And I'm happy to be seconding this bill, and I'm also a member of the Agriculture Committee. Madam Speaker, this bill is not for farmers of east of Kenya or west. It's a bill that is supposed to be addressing the issues facing the tea farmers. And I would just like to encourage my vice chair. It doesn't matter the region you come from. These are growers of tea, and this is a crop, a cash crop that some of us went to school, courtesy of the tea. Madam Speaker, I'm also aware of where your origin you come from. If it were not for tea, you may not have seen the door of high school. Madam Speaker, we have had challenges and success stories within the tea sector. But this bill is very specific on some issues. The first one is encouraging the issue and looking at the value chain. This bill wants to enhance transparency so that it doesn't matter where the farmer comes from or the numbers of directors representing at the high, the national level of the Kenya Tea Development Board. But Madam Speaker, every farmer, there'll be transparency on how much money has been sold, where their money went to, and how much money belongs to the grower. So accountability has been encouraged in this bill, and especially in the sales of tea from the auction. And Madam Speaker, this bill aims to improve the growers' earnings. It also aims to improve the value addition. The tea in Kenya, we have very good tea, but sometimes when we sell black tea, and it's not value added, apart from few companies are now adding value and packaging as Kenyan tea, it just gets to the market and it's taken as normal tea or tea from other countries, and this is our tea that is boosting the teas from other countries. So it is important at this time that the companies, the people or the factories who adds more effort in value addition, they'll be exempted from some levies, and they'll also be exempted from some taxes so that they're encouraged. We market our tea as Kenyan tea, having been added value. And I am very sure, Madam Speaker, yesterday I passed through a supermarket and I was buying tea, and I was very proud to see some of the companies, Kenyan-owned companies. They have detox tea. I saw there was even a night tea, morning tea, moon tea. I was very, 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 very impressed. Even the dawa that we take, that sometimes you have to go and buy it very expensively. So there's now blended tea with ginger and everything, and it is made in Kenya. This is encouraged, Madam Speaker, and I'm very sure we can be able to fetch more for the farmers if we are able to add value instead of taking our tea in forms of bags when they are taken to the auction. This bill will strengthen the regulatory framework, Madam Speaker, that is governing the tea industry. And Madam Speaker, as we talk about the direct sales to be encouraged, we know our farmers have become almost slaves to the banks. Madam Speaker, our farmers, when it comes to taking their children back to school, they will go to the local banks and just go and take a loan, and this loan is based on the pay slip that they got either from the previous bonus or what they get monthly. And the bank managers are happy to quickly, count for them, and the interests are not that easy, Madam Speaker. So you find that the tea farmer, apart from the small monthly earning that they get, Madam Speaker, and this they normally divide with the tea pluckers, the people who pluck tea, who are also very expensive, Madam Speaker. You find that the farmers get nothing, almost nothing at the monthly level. And so when this money is kept for the farmer, then it becomes a total loss, because by the end of the day, when they are being paid bonus at the end of the year, they go back to the bank where the money passes through, then they find they actually have a negative. So the farmer is left with no other alternative but to borrow again. And so they have become slaves, Madam Speaker, to these commercial banks. And so once we are encouraging the direct sales, there is also the issue of timely payment to the growers, and also to make sure that this tea, once it's sold at the auction, within 14 days, when the money is paid, then this money is paid back to the farmers. And Madam Speaker, We are also encouraging that bonus is paid quarterly. We know there is, of course, we know our children go back to school in May, in August, and January. So we have the 3 seasons. So if this bonus is paid quarterly, Madam Speaker, the farmers will not have any business to go and borrow because they will have money. And then they're able to plan for their own money, Madam Speaker. But we have also seen sometimes there is also misuse when bonus comes in. I think where you come from, we are just a few varies across each other, where we had men disappearing during Christmas and only them showing up January or at the end of December, broke, beaten, because they took their money elsewhere, where they went and got a bit confused, took a little bit of some alcohol, and forgot that they had wives who had toiled so hard to make sure that they get the tea proceeds. So, Madam Speaker, all I would want to say is this. I hope this bill will cure, and the tea board, as it comes in, they'll be able to address the many challenges that maybe my vice chair also alluded to. Are not part of the bill, but he took the chance to allude to the challenges that the tea farmers are facing. Of course, when the dollar is high, last year, Madam Speaker, we had very good payments. But at this point, Madam Speaker, this year, where the dollar still remained at 129, this affected our farmers' payments. And of course, the other challenges, the issue of fertilizers, there's the issue of some of these tea factories are also very old. So running those machines that keep on being repaired is also a cost. And Madam Speaker, the tea research, I hope they can be able to quicken and fast track. There is orthodox tea, and I want to say that one of our factories called Gere. Very soon, we are hoping the president will come and launch the orthodox line. And the farmers who actually did orthodox tea got very high returns compared to the normal black tea that we are used of. So it's a high time as a country. We do the research, and then we help our farmers improve. Some of the bushes, Madam Speaker, when I was born, those are the same bushes we are still plucking till today. So quality also cannot be compromised. If you don't follow up on the 2 leaves and a bud, then you also don't expect that you're going to get good quality and good price. So we will encourage each other. Let us learn from where we have failed so that we can be able to improve. And I hope, Madam Speaker, that this bill, when it is addressed and when it comes to pass, we will no longer hear the stories of these are from West or from East. We'll hear about tea growers from Kenya. We'll hear about equality and equity, Madam Speaker. But also, a farmer can be able to clearly tell, this is my quality, this is the price I got, and transparency is going to be encouraged. So I second, Madam Speaker, and I'd wish to ask the House to second this bill so that the quagmire, the confusion, the rumors, the propagandas, and even the politicization of tea can stop with this bill. I thank you, Madam Speaker, and I second.
Very well. Honorable members, I therefore propose a question that the Tea Amendment Bill, Senate Bill number 1 of 2023, be now read a second time. Member for Tetu.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, half of my constituency grows tea and the other half coffee. And anything that we can do at this time to improve the plight of our farmers, as a house, we will really be adding value to the lives of Kenyans. It is true, Madam Speaker, that in the just concluded financial year, there was a huge discrepancy in the payment of tea bonuses, especially some factories in the west of this country got very low returns, and others did fairly well. And both the proposer and the seconder of the motion have attributed some of the reasons, the age of the factory, the quality of the tea, the age of the bushes. There are many factors that lead to some of these things. But more importantly, Madam Speaker, it is the management of the factories. My own factory, Gaduthi Tea Factory, had the third highest payment, and I must openly congratulate the directors in the country. It's an old factory, but they have continued to work hard to deliver 57 shillings and 50 cents in bonus, which was the third highest in the country. So it is important that we also address the issue of management. We know a lot of these factories have borrowed left, right, and center from banks. Part of the money was misused, and now they are paying huge interest, for some of these loans, which is eroding farmers' earnings. We also know there is this infighting within KTDA that has persisted for a long time. Thankfully, now it's a bit settled, which has also, to a large extent, compromised, the whole management of the tea sector. So, Madam Speaker, any bill to improve the plight of farmers, and especially the provision to pay bonuses quarterly, that will be a game changer in this country. I am a tea farmer. I have a small, very, very small piece of land for tea. The money I get monthly is not even enough to sustain the person who picks the tea. So as a tea farmer, I wait a whole year with all my problems, waiting for that magical thing called bonus. And like the proposer and the seconder has said, we have children who need to go to school. So you go to a lot of these tea growing areas, and the tea farmers are poor. Imagine, Madam Speaker, even you, if this parliament told you that you'll be earning your salary only in December the whole year. So I don't know where, I think this bonus issue, it's a strange invention. How do you ask the person to toil on their farm every day? Then the only reasonable payment they get is after 1 year. Yet, Madam Speaker, we know tea is sold weekly. Tea is sold monthly. Like now, my own factory, Gaduthi, they have reported to me that their tea for September, they do not even have a single bag in Mombasa because they have high quality tea. It's already been sold. So why should that farmer wait a whole year? So we are impoverishing our people through an ancient, archaic system of paying bonuses, yearly. So, Madam Speaker, these and very many other progressive pieces of legislation that have been added to this tea bill, the Tea Regulations Amendment Bill, is something that this House, should be able to embrace. Maybe we should even be considering direct settlement system, like whatever we've been fighting for coffee farmers, so that when my tea is sold, the kilos are known, there's a formula, and I get my money through M-Pesa, and that will encourage more and more farmers to embrace, tea growing. So this is a progressive bill. It deserves the support of all of us in this House. We hope there are no hidden issues, but I trust the mover, since he comes from a tea growing region. Madam Speaker, sometimes we have huge bills, so we are only told the positive part. Then you have some little hidden issues. So, but because I know he is looking for the election and he cannot afford to...
Member for 10 to that is why you must also read for yourself.
Madam Speaker, I've read bits and pieces, but it's a big bill. So, but because he comes from, and he's also seeking the election, he cannot afford to mess up his tea farmers, neither can I. So, yes, I support. Thank you.
Member for Kitui Central, Dr. Makali.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I want to thank you for this opportunity. It is obvious that where I come from, we don't grow tea, but I want to support this important bill, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, listening to those who grow tea, what they are telling the country is they are facing challenges in terms of payments. Our farmers are toiling the whole day, doing very hard work in terms of ensuring that there is tea. At the same time, we all know that the quality of our tea, Kenyan tea, all over the world, is very high quality. And actually, in most cases, is used to improve the quality of tea from other countries. That being the case, we expect our farmers to get a very good return for the tea. But you can hear from those who wear that shoe that things are not working. And that's why this bill becomes very important, Honorable Speaker, that we are able to support even those of us who don't grow tea. Why am I supporting this? I'm supporting because when the tea farmers do well, the farmers from Kitui and the southeastern part of this country who grow what we call ndengu will also be able to support, to benefit as the next group. So, Honorable Speaker, what we are saying is Kenyans from all over